I saw this link for an article on Lehigh Valley News, and I thought, oh, that'll make a good video for people who like to see the fall foliage. So I ventured out to go to Bogart's Trail. Well, it's Bogart's Bridge, but I call it Bogart's Trail because I'm not exactly sure what the name of the trail is over there. But it's a walk of the Lehigh Parkway. So maybe they just call it the Lehigh Parkway. Lehigh Parkway Trail. The first two times I walked this path, I did them with a friend. So this was the first time I was actually going to do it myself. The thing about this path is you can't see the end of it. You can't even see the middle of it. So I was a little nervous. We haven't even gotten over the bridge yet. And because I am at work, the first thing I did was open our Showing Time app, which tells me exactly what homes are close to me so that I can use that to provide data for this video. I kind of stop here to take in the scene because, I'm getting the sun in the background. I also see, this is the beginning of the fall foliage. I have the nature sounds with the water and the rocks. There's nobody here. Everything's really tranquil. And then I forgot to mention that the police academy is on this path. So please be advised, you may hear rapid gunfire. I was genuinely surprised that you could see in the water. I mean, the base color is a dark brown, dark green, but you could see through the water. You could see underneath. So I wanted to let you know that there is a space now on our website where you could go find out some demographic information about different communities. I chose Salisbury Township. Then I just chose the first home on that page. I scrolled all the way to the bottom of the home, and then there it tells you information about the neighborhood. You can find out the median age of the community, the population per square mile, the estimate of homeowners versus renters. That type of information is now available on my website, which I will leave below. The reds, oranges, and yellows are the real stars here in fall, guys. Come on. Get this, you're supposed to run across this blue thing. I was not feeling comfortable enough to do that. Maybe because I was by myself. I didn't want to, I didn't want to fall. So nice. Does this not make you think of Bob Ross? Seriously. It was at this time that I realized how far I had actually walked or what the distance felt like. I was really impressed with myself. But then Google went and rained on my feelings and said, girl, it's only a 45-minute walk. Relax. I'm heading back once I reach this point, and I'd also like to tell you about some new reports that we have available. The first is a community guide, and it really shares some interesting facts about the community based on social media driven information, as well as other public data. And the second is a market report that gives some specific market information about different areas or communities here in the Lehigh Valley. So buyers and sellers, if you're working with me and you want a little bit more information about current market conditions for where you're moving to or where you're moving from, let me know and I'm happy to share these with you. Can we take a minute to shout out the City of Allentown's Parks and Recreation? I like to give credit where credit is due. Round of applause. So it's here I realized, where did that wall come from? So I stopped to take it all in. And a little later on, that wall turns into a set of stairs. It's at the end of October and they're already setting up for lights at the parkway. So that'll be available soon. But did you know that you can walk lights at the parkway? That has to be beautiful. I'm looking forward to doing it this year. Should we all do it together? Let me know. So the parkway is getting ready for lights in the parkway. They even have the reindeers out. Seriously. So the lady who showed me this path, she said that the walking access for lights on the parkway is before it opens to the general public for the drive through the parkway. So definitely keep an ear out for it. As I'm looking back through the video, I realized that here is when I finally started getting comfortable because I asked this guy about what kind of fish are in the water. When I came into the park today, the closest homes nearest to me were in Salisbury Township. The midpoint for my walk is the terrain on the parkway. That is a residential community, rental community, and there's other new construction and rentals as well as homes to purchase in that area. So if you're interested in living on the parkway or in Salisbury Township, please reach out. I would love to hear from you. This walk is also great for students of science. They have something called the Planet Walk. I took a few pictures of some of the planet stations on the walk. What really surprised me was the amount of people I saw fishing here at the parkway. And most of them were alone. There was one or two in pairs. And it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So is that what people go fishing? I always thought it was like a morning deal. So it's right about here. I start worrying about whether or not I'm going to have enough battery until I get to the car. And then I was like, well, it's no big deal if you don't have enough battery. But then I was like, yes, it is, because you're monitoring your steps. You're also monitoring your time. And if your battery dies, you won't know those things. Duh. So then, I further freaked out on myself. This is just how my brain works, people. I'm letting you in. Can't leave now. I had 6% battery left by the time I made it to the car. No Tiffany's were harmed in the making of this video. How are we feeling about Allentown's parks? I have a few other videos about paths in Allentown, and I also just recently found Allentown on Instagram, and they talk a lot about activities that are going on in the city of Allentown, so I'll be sure to share the Instagram account with you below. My name is Tiffany Nelson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Allentown area. If you or someone you know needs a realtor, I would love to hear from you. My contact information is always below. Wegmans Flower Department for the win. Thanks so much for watching.